Here on the BookTube channel, Jack and the Book Stack, I believe that book collecting and book reading are two very different hobbies. In the month of December, I got a lot of books as gifts, and then we had the Barnes & Noble 50% off hardcover sale on December 26th, and I was like a kid in a candy store. I cannot tell you, I had a basket and I was just walking through, pulling titles that have been on my TBR, or maybe I've just seen reviews about them that were good and I wasn't necessarily planning on reading them. Didn't matter. I pulled them from the shelves, stuck them in my cart. It was overflowing. I had an armful and a cart full. It was incredible. That is the shopping trip in which dreams are made of. Because I got so many books in December though, my physical TBR shelf is overflowing with books. I have so many options to read, and that doesn't even account for the ebooks that I've been wanting to read for a long time. So these will keep me busy throughout 2023. Because of that, I really need to calm down when it comes to my book shopping. So I decided that for a book haul, I'm just going to piece together different clips of me getting books throughout the next several weeks or couple months. Maybe this will be a Q1 2023 book haul, but I have acquired some books in the month of January, so I want to show you those now. First, we're gonna have a little bit of an unboxing because Amazon just dropped off one of my recent orders because I said I was gonna slow down with the book shopping, but obviously I'm a liar. But my justification is that these books are on my 2023 goals list, so why not buy them now, even if I'm not gonna read them for a little bit? I said that I really wanted to read Mistborn Era 2, so I bought these editions. I ordered all three of them, but apparently they shipped separately, so this would be the other one. These editions have been on my Amazon wishlist for forever because they have to match the Era 1 editions that I have. And I was in no hurry because the most recent book, the fourth book in Era 2, was just released in 2022 called The Lost Metal. And it's in hardcover only right now. It doesn't come out in this edition until June 8th, 2023. So I'm in no rush. I might save these and read them in May, so then I can do a reading vlog on these and then get the new edition released and read that one in June. Maybe do a reading vlog on that. I don't know, but I just felt like buying books. For the next book, I was influenced by BookTube. Specifically, I blame the channel Books and Lala. I was watching her 2022 favorites list, and this was listed as number 3. And I was looking at the book, researching it, seeing if my library had it, if there was an audiobook, ebook, and I saw it on Amazon for $5.63. So I took that as a sign and I bought it. I loved Kayla's description of the book of the most precious substance, and let me tell you a little bit about it from the back. After an unbearable tragedy, former novelist Lily Albrecht has resigned herself to a dull, sexless life as a rare book dealer until she gets a lead on a book that could turn everything around. The Book of the Most Precious Substance is a 17th century manual on sex magic, rumored to be the most powerful occult book ever written, if it exists at all. And some of the wealthiest people on earth are willing to pay Lily and her partner a fortune to find it, if they can. Will Lily fulfill her own desires and join them, or will the book destroy her as it has so many others? The Book of the Most Precious Substance is an addictive, erotic thriller about the lengths we'll go to get what we need and want. That sounds incredible. How could I not buy that and add it to my collection? I'm so excited to read this in 2023, especially if it is endorsed by Lala herself. Now, those books I can feel a little bit guilty about since I bought them from Amazon, but the next ones I found used at Goodwill, so they were at most $3.28, so I don't feel that guilty about them. And the first one is one that I read in school for required reading, and I'm dying to reread it as an adult. I've been looking for a really cool edition of it, haven't found one that really speaks to me yet, so when I saw this edition of The Outsiders, I just picked it up. It was like 99 cents. I think this might be a good one to annotate, and I definitely want to read it as an adult. Stay golden, pony boy. Next up, I stumbled across this edition of The Paris Apartment. This is one that I read in 2022. I enjoyed. It's a thriller. What I liked the most about it were the French phrases sprinkled throughout. Since I am studying French, I thought that was really cool, so I had to get it. Unfortunately, this is a Book of the Month edition, and I don't think I will ever pay full price for Book of the Month because I hate promotional stickers on books, especially when they're not removable, and that's how I feel their logo is, and it's on all their books. I can't stand it. So the only way I think I will own a Book of the Month book is if I find it at Goodwill, which I found this one. So it's like $2 or $3. Why not? Next, I found The Happiness Project, which I read several years ago, and I remember enjoying it, and this one was in great condition. This is kind of a self-help book, I guess, but I really remember enjoying it, so I kind of want to reread it now that I am a more tenured reader and see if I still enjoy it, because I have found a lot of self-help I read previously that I liked. Rereading it now, I find it very corny, but I don't know. This is so positive and uplifting. It's worth a reread and seeing if I still find it impactful. Finally, on that Goodwill shopping trip, I stumbled across book 4 in the Mortal Instruments series. I am picking these up just as I come across them and when they're in good condition because they're super cheap. And one day when I get around to reading some Cassandra Clare, I will have them there available for me. So I had to pick this up even though I'm not planning on reading it probably in 2023 at all, if I'm honest. But like I said, I like options. Today is January 16th, and those are the books that I have acquired so far in 2023. So I'm gonna leave you here and check in next time I have a little bit of a book haul. Okay, so before you label me as a hypocrite, which is probably well-deserved, because of that, I really need to calm down when it comes to my book shopping. Hear me out. Sarah J. Maas announced that she is re-releasing the covers in the Throne of Glass series, and I feel like once that happens, they will stop publishing the existing covers, which may not be the biggest deal to Jack and the Book Stack because I am in progress with that series and I'm not really enjoying it all that much. It is an aggressive 3 stars in my opinion. So I'm not really motivated because the books really pick up in density from there. They're very thick books and I cannot find them on Libby for audio, so it's been a little bit challenging. However, I own 6 of the books so far and I cannot own different editions. I am on a mission to buy the remaining 2 books in the series that I need, and if I officially DNF the series, if I finish it but don't enjoy it, I can just sell it as a set. So I am at my local bookstore. They sell both used and new books. I love coming here because I love shopping local, and I knew I would probably not find used for Sarah J. Maas because that's like a unicorn, but I did come across Kingdom of Ash, which I needed. So I'm glad that I got one marked off my list. I also came across a $6 copy of Dracula. I am collecting these Penguin editions for annotations. So I already have some really beautiful editions of Dracula that I don't want to write in or tab in. So I thought this might be good if I ever decide to reread it and annotate it. And $6 because it's like a little bit damaged. I think I actually don't know if this is used or if it's just damaged, but that doesn't bother me that much since I already have beautiful copies. At least I have this one to make messy. Recently, I made the mistake of going on the Easton Press website to check out the special editions that I'm collecting. I normally like to find those used because they are super expensive new. And I decided before I bought anything, I would make myself go to the bookstore that tends to have a lot of used Easton Press books. Normally these are like 35, 50, 60 bucks instead of 80 or 90. So I drove the long way out there to see what there was, but I struck out. There was nothing. But about 4 miles from there is another Changing Hands location, so I thought I could check for some more used books. And I had a lot better luck there, although I don't know who I am because I have always said that I don't lean towards YA books. I find them hard to relate to. But there are a couple series that sound really cool and have caught my attention that I want to give a try, because I think you should always be open-minded. There can always be elements that you enjoy in books. So I came across A Winter's Promise used. It was like $7 and it's a hardcover. And I have this downloaded to my Kindle right now. I have it from Kindle Unlimited. So this was really a dumb purchase. But I had already told myself if I loved book 1 on Kindle Unlimited, reading it for free, I would buy the whole series in hardcover. So as a precaution, I just bought it now because $7. I've already mentioned my strategy with Cassandra Clare books. I pick them up used when I see them. I usually always see them at Goodwill, so that's why I pick them up as I go. But I was lucky enough to come across a complete series, so I had to pick it up. They were $7 each used. So I got the 3 books in the Internal Devices trilogy. So book 1, Clockwork Angel. I have this one now in paperback from Goodwill, but I'll just donate that to a little free library because I have hardcover. And this is book 2, Clockwork Prince. So cool. I love how they're kind of like metallic and iridescent. And then book 3, Clockwork Princess. And now that I have this, I'm kind of like moving this up the priority list. I want to try it. So I'm really excited. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this her steampunk inspired series or world? Let me know in the comments down below, but I am really excited now that I have a complete hardcover collection and they're in really good condition. So I'd say this was a really good trip. To complete my book shopping for the day, I got an Amazon package, and you won't be surprised about this because I already mentioned I was getting it. But it is the other Throne of Glass book that I need. Now I have all the books in the series. Just when I will read it, nobody knows. This is a super thick book though, so if I can find this on audio, that will really help me a lot. But on the other hand, maybe I need to not rush it, just savor it, take my time with it, and maybe I will enjoy the rest of the series a little bit more. I do want to see what happens, so maybe it'll pick up for me. I don't know. Time will tell. I recently did a reading vlog for my first historical romance. I read Outlander, which is book 1 in a very, very long series by Diana Gabaldon. And I also talked about watching the show, which I'm still in progress on season 1. I can't remember what episode I'm in. I just watched it last night, but I want to say I'm like episode 8 or 9. Anyways, I own book 1. I talked about it in that video. I bought it from Diana's home store in Arizona. The author is from my hometown. She lives in my home state, so I love supporting her by going to her home store, and all of the editions there are signed. And last time I went there, I really coveted the anniversary editions of the book. Listen, I cannot be held responsible if there is a hardcover with no dust jacket. That is like my weakness. I will always want to buy that. However, it was like $40 at the store, so I was like, I don't know if I really want to spend that much on a book. But I'm so sorry, Diana. Amazon had it on sale. So I wish I could support you and support a local business, but this was $20 on Amazon instead of $40. So I had to do it. So let's unbox this now. So excited to see this and show you guys. Hardcover with no dust jacket, am I right? There's something just special about those. Oh yes. Just as beautiful as I remember. The only thing that's weird about this is that it's red, and with the traditional copy, it's like a royal blue. It's very, very beautiful. So that's a bummer that they changed up the color, but oh man, I like this. So yay, expanding the collection. What do you know? It's me, the bookworm who said she was gonna slow down on her book buying in the first couple months of 2023, back with another unboxing. To be fair though, I did say that I was going to get this, but Amazon decided to just ship separately. So It's not like I went extra crazy or more crazy than I've already been going with book shopping. Here is the next treasure though that I'm so excited about. Second book in the Outlander series. Again, this is the special edition. Eek, I'm so excited to read this. Yay. Time for another unboxing. This one I blame on BookTube because everyone is posting their favorite reads of 2022 videos, and this was listed on a channel. I'll tell you who in a second. The book is Confessions. I am so excited to read this. I saw this on the channel Katie Colson, and she said she read this as part of the Literally Dead book club, which is Books and Lala's book club, which all roads lead to Lala, as always. This is a horror about an elementary school teacher who sits her class down for what she says is the last time and tells them that her child was killed, and she knows that the killer is in that room. It's one of the kids, and she's gonna get back at them. That sounds awesome. I'm so excited. Katie Colson, she talked me into it. I also had luck at Goodwill recently. So another book I hauled was Blacktop Wasteland. This author, S.A. Cosby, is the same one who did Razorblade Tears, which I really enjoyed. So when I saw this there for $3.29, the tag's still on there, I had to pick it up because I enjoyed the author so much. The next two books are exchanges for books I already own. So I already own all the books in the, you can see that, it's very reflective, in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. I don't know what it's officially called, but I have the mass market paperbacks. I decided to exchange them for the hardcovers when I see them. So this one was in good condition. So when I get all three and I can replace the mass markets, I'll donate these, I'll package them up and donate them to a little free library. This was $3.29. So as I see them, I'll add them. Another exchange I'm going to make is for Gone Girl. This is my edition of it, and on camera it doesn't look too bad, but this one was a little bit better. It's like a shinier, right? It's not as faded. I know you can't really tell. And the pages are crisper, so this is in better condition. I want this to be my primary copy, and it was $3.29. I mean, at those prices, thrifted, how can you afford not to? Guess what? I got some more books. First and foremost, I did a smut book gift exchange with some friends to celebrate Valentine's Day, and I got this one, The Gentleman's Book of Vices. I haven't heard too much about it, but I think it's a male-male romance, and one of them is a smut author. So I'm excited to read it. I don't know how spicy it will be, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to read. Next, I got a haul from Goodwill because I love thrifted books. I got Things We Never Got Over, which was like $2. I haven't really been planning on reading this small town romance, but I saw it and I have definitely heard of it. I've heard both 5-star things and 1-star things, like no in-betweens about this book. If you've read it, what have you rated it? Is it worth a read, or is this something I should sell on Panko? At Goodwill, I also got The Guest List, which is a book that I read and loved. I would prefer the hardcover edition, but I just bought this paperback. It has a little bit of love to it, but I will add this to the collection, and if I find something in better condition at another point, I'll just replace it. Just like I'm doing with my editions of Will. I had this Book of the Month edition in my collection. I bought it with that same mentality that I would replace it later if I found something better, which I did. They're both in good condition as far as the cover and the pages. However, I hate the Book of the Month logo, so I'm gonna replace it with this one and donate this one to a little free library. Finally, I splurged and I got myself the hardcover editions of ACOTAR. I have been wanting these, but I didn't want to pay hardcover prices for them. So I found the box set on Amazon, and with taxes and shipping, it came out to $13 per book. So I thought it was worth it, and I think I will display these. I have the paperback editions. Those are the ones that I read. I love those. I wanted the hardcovers too. So I bought them. Don't you just love it when you forget that you pre-ordered a book only to receive it as a surprise? truly, I forgot about this pre-order when I was even doing my February TBR. I forgot that this was coming out. Otherwise, I for sure would have made it a priority to read this. So now I need to shuffle some things around. But it's so pretty. Radiant Sin by Katie Robert. This is the next book in the Dark Olympus series, which is a very, very spicy romance series. The first one, Neon Gods, I really enjoyed. The third one, Wicked Beauty, is my absolute favorite, so I'm excited going into book 4 to see if I love it just as much as the others. I just got my nails done, and the salon is right next to a Goodwill. That's why I strategically picked this salon. And I got some books. Keeping with the Cassandra Clare theme, I got book 1 in the Mortal Instruments in hardcover, so pretty. And I got book 2, City of Ashes. For $3, I also scored the Penguin Black edition of Notre Dame de Paris. Everybody loves a good Quasimodo story, right? So excited to add this to the collection. I have no idea what Duma Key is about, but I love this cover with the iridescent text, and I love Stephen King. So even though it's a really beefy book, I want to add it to the collection, but like I said, I have no idea what it's about, so I kind of need to research that, but I'm pretty sure I will read it. And finally, Caraval, because I am interested in keeping more of an open mind when it comes to YA, and I've seen this one everywhere. It's beautiful, so I figured I'd go ahead and try it. I love a good Goodwill book haul. When you go in there, you never know if you're gonna be lucky or not, so I love it when it all works out. Okay, so I got a little trigger happy when I was going through all the video footage on my memory card and deleting stuff to make space, and I deleted the clip I had of a haul in February, a mini haul. So I am going to just tell you what it was. Sorry that I'm not unboxing it. I messed up. Amazon was having a buy one, get one 50% off sale, and it was really hard to have some self-restraint and not buy a ton of books that weren't even on my TBR, right? Because that's what sales always do to us. They're such a good value. You pick up things that you were never planning on reading in the first place. But these ones are on my TBR. I absolutely wanted to. So I got another special edition in the Outlander series. As you've seen, I've already gotten 2 of them, and this is book 4, I believe. So now I only need the 3rd one in this special edition. And it's this like beautiful teal color. I love it. I can't believe this was listed on the sale. Just like I can't believe that the box set was available for this. It is the Broken Earth trilogy. And really, I was just planning on reading the 5th season. This book is on my 23 books to read in 2023 list. Not the whole trilogy, because I was trying to be responsible. And I thought I'll read book 1, make sure I like it before I commit to the series. But it was a box set. And when you had buy one, get one half off for these 2, amazing deal. And I was planning on reading these anyways, so it was responsible. Listen, I was so good, and I checked out a long-awaited read on Libby and listened to the audiobook for free because I didn't want to spend all my money on books, but turns out I loved it and I had to own it. So that's what this is. Hats off for the 24-hour delivery on this. So excited. Ooh, yeah. Archer's Voice. I love this so much. I'm so excited to own this and add it to the collection. Time for a really quick Goodwill haul. I got 2 new books. First and foremost, I got this Enemies to Lovers rom-com, which I had checked out from the library a couple years ago and read it and really enjoyed it. And then I also got this BookTube Darling. I have seen it all over and it's gotten some good ratings. It's compared to Love and Other Words, a book I read and really, really loved. So this has been, okay, it's not been on my radar, but I figured maybe it could be. And let me know what you think, because if it's not worth it, I'll just add it to Pango and it can go to a new home. I'm thinking this is the absolute perfect t-shirt I could wear for this last clip in this video, don't you? I have another haul, and this is a big one because bookoutlet.com was having a $6.99 sale. So every book in this box was at most $7. So I am so excited to open these. They take forever to ship, so I've been waiting for this for a couple weeks now. Okay, it says pull here. Well, that was anticlimactic. Oh my gosh, this is not graceful. I'm making such a mess out of this box. Okay, good enough. Not the cleanest unboxing I've done, but let's see what I got here. Maybe I can scoot back a little so you can kind of see the box. Okay, first pick. This box is heavy too. There's a lot of hardcovers like Nettle and Bone. I actually just listened to this audiobook for my T. Kingfisher reading vlog. I read this fantasy book and it was so good. So I ordered this before I read it and knew that I loved it. I just took a gamble and it paid off because it was fantastic, and now I own it hardcover. Next up, it's a paperback. Not all hardcovers, just most of them. Mary! Oh, I am so excited to own this. I don't even think it is available in hardcover. I actually don't know, but it's been on my Amazon wishlist for forever. I listened to this audiobook through Libby in a reading vlog I did where I read books that Instagram voted on for me to read, and this horror book was the winner. I enjoyed it so much. I'm so happy to add it to my collection because I think I will read this one again. It's kind of like a Carrie by Stephen King inspired story if she was in her 50s and menopausal. So very horrific and fun with great meaning behind it. Next up, Hercule Poirot by Agatha Christie. I am collecting these books. I did a 24-hour reading vlog where I only read Hercule Poirot books. I love this arrogant little detective who just knows everything. I'm looking for more characters like him because I enjoy him so much. It's a great escape read, so adding to the collection with Dumb Witness. Okay, next up is a hardcover. It is The Book Eaters. I saw this, I can't remember what booktube channel that I saw on this that like made me add it to my TBR, but I did see it on the Goodreads choice nominees for fantasy. So this sounds really good. Truth is found between the stories we're fed and the stories we hunger for. I'm excited to check this one out. Okay, another hardcover, and it is An Unexpected Peril. I think this is book 6 in the Veronica Speedwell series. It's on my list to read at least book 1 from this series, but I keep seeing the beautiful hardcovers on Book Outlet for like $6-7, so that's why I wanted to try it. Buying book 6 in a series is really a gamble when you haven't even read book 1 to know if you like it, but I love all the books together and the covers are so pretty, and I mean, if I don't enjoy it, I can just sell it, right? Or donate it. So I need to read this series ASAP. Next up is The Patient. Now this one has been on my Goodreads TBR for a while, and it's rated pretty poorly when I rank all the ratings. So I don't know if it's gonna be like an all-time favorite. I really don't know. But I've seen this mentioned in booktube videos, and they say that it is absolutely terrifying. It's a really good horror book. So I'm excited to check it out, and I really like the cover. It's kind of like this like shiny iridescent, although it's like shorter than I thought it would be. It's thinner though. I don't know. I'm excited to check this one out. Okay, next up, I'm not peeking. Spinning Silver. I am really looking forward to this one. I believe it is a, oh gosh, what is it? It's a retelling, it's a fairy tale, it's on the tip of my brain. Rumpelstiltskin. Is it Rumpelstiltskin? I can't see it in here, but I think it's a Rumpelstiltskin inspired or retelling. But everybody that I've seen talking about this book has said amazing, amazing things. So I want to go into it just knowing that it's supposed to be really good and that it's fantasy. And I really want to check it out. It's number 2 in a series, but I don't think you have to read them like in order. Uprooted is the other one that this author wrote. So I don't think you have to read that one before you read this, but let me know if I'm wrong, because I've been known to be wrong once or twice in my life. And we're not done. We're not done. Another hardcover is Just Like Home. So cute. Okay, so this is definitely probably like a cover buy, and also influenced by BookTube and Bookstagram to try it. I have not seen people raving about this book, so I don't know if I expect it to be that fantastic, but I've just seen it. Like, I have awareness of this book, and so I saw it on the sale list. I wouldn't have normally bought this. It was not on my TBR before I saw it for sale. But I'll still try it, Just Like Home. It's kind of a cool cover, right? Let's get it out of the ring light. Yeah. It looks creepy. I'll give it a shot. Okay, trying not to peek. Feels like there's 2 paperbacks left in the box. ABC Murders, Agatha Christie. Again with the Poirot, adding to the collection. I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about it, but you really can't know much about a murder mystery before you go into it. So excited to check out that Agatha Christie, and I'm also excited to check out, I totally forget what book this is. Oh, haha, another Agatha Christie, 5 Little Pigs. So I've got, what, 3 Poirot books to add to the collection, so I need to read more of them soon. I'm collecting more, but haven't been reading them since that 24-hour reading vlog, so I think I need to add those to the TBR relatively soon. Okay, so that was my last unboxing for this video, but I'm not done yet because I have some books that I have hauled recently that I didn't film shopping clips or unboxing clips for. So I'm going to show you those right now. Now, the first one, I am such a big fat hypocrite. I can't believe that I got these, but 2 of them were on the Amazon 50% off sale, and one was a new release, and I've been influenced. And that is the Dreamland Billionaires trilogy. Now, I read the first and second books in that trilogy, and I was not blown away. I can't remember which was which, but one was 2 stars and one was 3 stars. I think it was 2 and 1, because the guys were such a-holes that I don't like how they degraded everybody around them and they stomped all over everybody. And even if they were nice to their love interest, I feel like those women kind of enabled bad behavior from the guys. That, and it's hard for me to get on board with the billionaire thing, because like the 3 brothers in this trilogy are set to inherit, like, I want to say $33 billion each after they complete something for their grandfather. And it's just such an obscene amount of money in the way these guys live. Like, I know it's a fantasy, but I've had a hard time suspending my disbelief for that. Being someone who's interested in finance and business, looking at like what the current Disney CEO makes, it felt weird to me. And I'm a more seasoned reader now. I can suspend my disbelief a little bit better. So that's why I kind of wanted to give these 2 another shot. But the 3rd book was just released, and this is the brother that I was most interested in when he showed up in these books, because he was not an a-hole. He was actually funnier, more supportive. He was like more realistic, a character that I want to root for to find love. So I've always wanted to read his story. So I just figured, since like this was buy one get one 50% off, and I love the covers, that's why I bought them. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them on the shelf right now, because the other thing is they're green and it fits like my green shells for March and St. Patrick's Day. So let me pop those up here right now before I keep going. There we go. That looks positively magical. Another book I recently hauled was Shadow in the Ember. I got this when I went to Changing Hands, that bookstore I mentioned earlier that sells new and used books. They had this one used for $9.95. So I haven't started reading anything by this author yet, but as I've seen her books used, I've been picking them up. So this is book 1 in a different series, and I decided to start grabbing them. I've mentioned before that eBay has done me dirty when it comes to used books, but apparently I have not learned my lesson. I talked about the Veronica Speedwell books that I'm trying to collect, and I'm buying them hardcovers. I've been trying to find some of the earlier editions in hardcovers, and not for 50 bucks like they're listed on Amazon for some reason. So I swear there was a listing for, I think it's book 2, hardcover, but what was delivered was definitely not hardcover. It was a paperback. So I don't know, I definitely disputed that purchase, but they refunded me my money and told me to just keep this and donate it or do whatever with it. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in paperback. It sounds like book 1, if I want this cover design that kind of matches, I'm gonna have to get it in paperback anyways. So maybe books 1 and 2 I have in paperback and the rest of the series I have a hardcover. I don't know, I'm really lost at what to do here. I have been wanting to read the contemporary romance 7 Days in June for the longest time, but lately I'm even more influenced because I see more booktubers reading it recently, and knowing that this is a very mature, emotional romance really makes me want to pick it up. Plus I love books about books, books about authors, books about book lovers, and these are two people that used to date. This is like their second chance romance. They're both authors and they write to each other in their books. I love that idea. It sounds so terribly romantic. I'm excited to check it out. I would prefer to buy it in hardcover. I don't know if the hardcover has that stupid Reese's Book Club logo, but this drives me crazy. Like how the cover is like shorter than the page behind it. I wanted a hardcover for that reason, but that's not what I have here. But this was also on the Amazon 50% off sale. So I mean, I figured that would be okay. Just like this nonfiction book, which was on the 50% off sale. It's been on my TBR for forever. Thought this would be so fun for nonfiction November, if I can wait that long. Will my cat eat my eyeballs? And other questions about dead bodies. Yeah, kind of morbid, right? But I thought it could be fun. Well, it could be morbid or fun. It could go either way. We'll find out together because I'll let you know when I read it. I was really on this Veronica Speedwell kick because I got a treacherous curse from Pango Books. Got this one used because it's hardcover. I wasn't seeing it anywhere else. I really can't remember what book this is in the series. I wish they said so, like on the side, right? Don't you love it when books have like the spines numbered, which number they are in a series? Yeah, Deanna Raybourn does not do that. But whatever one this is in this series, I got this one too, and I got it used, so onward in my attempts to collect the hardcovers in that series, and hopefully I like them. My bank account is requesting that be it for this video, my Q1 book haul, book shopping, book unboxing, because this was a lot of books, and sure, a lot of them were thrifted or on sale, so that helps a little bit, helps me justify a little bit of my shopping, but I'm an aspiring retiree. So I need to really leverage my library a little bit more. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video and for the past few months. It was so fun to put this together and share with you. Now I actually have to read all these books that I've hauled. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.